No, this is politics. This is
In all
something to solve
honesty,
with the conversation, not
Bird should be
escalation.
suspended for the way he just handled that too. He
I'm
literally told
not
me.
interested in escalating this. I'm interested in communicating and figuring out a path forward.
Well, he literally, in front of my disciplining, just disrespected my ability to discipline him. Told me, no, you can't do that. And pulling me aside.
Yes. This isn't even up for debate.
You just disrespected me in front of officers and prevented me from being able to have authority.
No, you have authority over your officer. That is like me going to a fucking croc and saying you're fired.
Do it,
gentlemen. Well, I suggest we take let's take
this
us into an office because we're in a stairwell. People are passing by. I think that there's a way we can talk this out. Come on. You don't need to do this in front of everybody. Jesus Christ. What I do think needs to happen, though, is a command meeting between all three departments, because obviously there's some things that are not quite established. Do you operate under the same SOPs we do, or no?
We operate under the same SOPs, but we do not. The only people we answer to is the commissioner. We don't answer to LSPD or BCSO. That's just as if you don't answer to us.
That is 100% not true.
That is 1,000% true. I don't know where you got information otherwise, but okay. Well, the colonel's got misinformation as well.
Because the colonel even hands out shots to your rangers, even busted himself.
The colonel is a part of what? The commissioner's office. Like I just said, we answer to the commissioner's office.
You're telling me that one of your members can go out there and shoot down an officer and I can't do anything about it? They could sit there and steal somebody's
car. You fucking arrest them. What are you talking about? That is the dumbest fucking argument ever. Use something actually negligible.
Okay, so full on disrespecting a member of command.
You come to me, you bring me the evidence, and I will discipline him. And what if you're not around? Then you send him off duty. You don't fire him.
I would fire any cadet who did that. That is what a cadet needs to learn.
He's not your cadet.
He is a cadet of the Unified Police Department. If you were saying that
he is a cadet
not
of the fucking park rangers, get that shit right. It's fucking big dicking. This is why the rangers exist. So this shit don't fucking happen.
Big dicking is him disrespecting command.
No, he'll get big dick for disrespecting command. But you don't come in and say, "Oh, you're fired." You don't do that.
You cannot. You cannot prevent us from having to do things that we have to do.
You're not understanding the literal word I just said.
So the
you
path
send him off duty until I can deal with him. You bring it to me.
Okay, that much power you are given is that if they do some fuck shit like that, we can send them off duty until they speak to one of their command. Because he does have a point on some level,
I'm not going to get blindsided by one of my cadets getting fired. I don't even know about it.
I think that's reasonable.
It wasn't brought to me. It wasn't brought to anybody.
I think that's reasonable, Pike.
It literally just happened. Literally in this meeting.
Then come to me. You don't just get to fire him.
I think his request is reasonable. If they want to handle it in-house and we can speak, I still think a command meeting between us and the commissioner's office so that we can outline these boundaries, because, you know, growing pains, it's a bitch, right? When people are operating under the expectations of how BCSO and LSP operate and coerce with each other, which we do a shared command structure, if one of my boys are doing fuck shit, I don't mind if they handle what they need to. But I just ask the respect of being told first. And I fired 2 of their boys because it needed to happen.
If he's that, I just told him. I told him to shut the fuck up. He is fucking disrespectful. And I said, if I wasn't having to defend the rank structure right now for the Rangers, he'd be fucking fired. And he's getting a fat suspension, Pike. Not mean to disrespect, but this is the way that Bustin had lined up the department, and that's the way it is.
None of that has been communicated to anybody.
That's why I think a command
I don't think anything other than has been communicated.
So I think a meeting would do us good, boys, between departments. That way we can all get on the same page with each other. We can operate and not have to go through arguments like this, which don't need to happen in the first place.
Yeah, hold on. So did you have something against Little D?
Little D was there because he was representing your department.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And he
You want
kind of
to-
witnessed it
I
and
needed
didn't do
an
anything
NCO
about it.
member. Or
Where's a yeah? That's fine.
brought
the
in
fuck is
Little
this
D
guy?
was because he was there as an NCO representative of your department.
Where is Otter?
Jesus Christ.
Hell of a lot of gunshots.
Where are you?
It's BBMC. They might be blooding somebody in.
Come to the office.
Blooding somebody in.
As I said, blooding somebody in. They all get together and they shoot in the air when they
They shoot
bring
in the
somebody
air,
in.
yeah.
But there is shots fired in a medical over by the mining facility. Up it, stay up. But yeah, I think because like we can
And
sit
listen,
here
hold
and
on,
yell
hold
at
on.
each
Let me-
other.
Let me say
and
this. Let me
they-
say this too.
Okay.
I think they're seeing a monkey see, monkey do effect, and that shit needs to stop.
That is
100%.
very much true for the Rangers.
I'm about to spank this dude's ass. So,
Okay.
And also, we'll talk later.
one, you owe Pike an apology now, and it better be fucking
It
heartfelt.
wasn't
I
me.
ain't
It was Captain Wilkes that was disrespected.
Where's Will?
I was
Oh,
going
Will's
to.
down here.
I was
Before
going
you
to
even do it.
apologize.
Before you even do it, wait. Oh, Will's down here.
Let me call him.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was going down the thing. I get called too many times on my phone these days.
Hey, can you come to the office down first floor? Thank you.
All right, now you can fucking apologize.
Okay. Wilkes and even Pike and even Sheriff. I do apologize. I'm honestly not trying to start anything. So let me hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be insubordinate. And so I do apologize for clocking in. Yeah, I mean, I did go in and clock out. I went up there with Bear. So you have my word on that. But right after the shift change happened, I clocked back in. So I apologize.
Okay. I mean, all I ask is, I mean, it's really, it wasn't that much of a request, you know? We all clock out.
Everybody clocks out except for command. They have shit they need to say. It's very basic. Even if Bustin in passing said, I don't give a shit, that's just Bustin being Bustin because Bustin don't give a shit about mud. You can't
That's fair.
take that until he said, unless he said directive, Rangers don't have to clock off and then relay that to everybody else. That's a different story.
I think his words were, and I quote, I don't give a fuck if you're clocking in.
But even said, I don't, instead of saying, I'll let you talk to Burr like a dick, be like, well, sorry, I was under the assumption that my game warden said I didn't have to clock off. And at least be a human about it.
Yeah, it was
That
more
shit
so
makes
the
us,
way.
that makes us look like actual trash.
That is fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it
and
was the way that you did it. That was it.
Okay. Yeah, and I apologize. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I'm sorry. I'm really not.
You're lucky. Listen, you're lucky that and I had to disrespect Pike. And why the fuck do I got to do that? That shit's fucking stupid too.
Well, that's
Because
why
I'm trying to save your job because I don't think you're that bad of a fucking guy. I don't think you're a bad guy at all. I think you're fantastic. There's a reason why your name's fucking Otter.
I appreciate that. That's why I was going to apologize to Pike too, because I know, yeah, pulling him aside in front of other officers is not a good look.
So that being said, you're getting 2 shots, 1 for insubordination, 1 for officer misconduct, and you're off duty for 48 hours. Be lucky you ain't fired.
Okay.
Maybe different departments, but we respect each other. That is the baseline. The bar is on the floor for that one.
I understand.
You're dismissed.
Okay. Yeah, I can unlock.
There you go. Oh,
Uh,
go. Should be unlocked.
it. Thank you.
But yeah, we need to get some things clarified, set boundaries with each other. That way we can
The
know
one
how
thing
best to
I just,
operate.
the one thing I ask is you don't fire my officers without them. That's all. Everything else, you want to fucking discipline them and strike them, go for it. Honestly, please don't fire them without talking to me or busting. Then they got to go through a tribunal, and it's got to be this whole thing when we can just figure it out on a lower level. Everything else, I'm cool with, honestly.
I think that's reasonable. Because the thing is that sometimes y'all ain't around for us to be able to immediately come to. And when there's severe things, I'm not saying this was a severe
We have
thing.
insubordination or just officer misconduct.